What's up, guys? Welcome back to Super JDM Diecast, and we are going to go through a barrage of some of the things I've found since getting back from Europe about 2 weeks ago. Now, I know some of you guys are wondering, where's the Europe video? Well, it's in the mix. It is getting chopped up and diced and sliced and edited and all of the cool parts of that, so keep an eye out for that one coming soon. And if you're watching this and it's already up, then you've already seen it. But if you see this one and you haven't seen that yet, it just means that I'm still going through the editing process. So anyway, without further ado, let's kick off today's episode with a look at something non-Hot Wheels, but something that really jumped out at me when I was walking by and checking the diecast shelves. One thing that stood out to me coming back was there is so much more diecast out there than before I left on the trip. The shelves were looking pretty barren when I was leaving to go to Europe. And coming back, we're seeing these new mini muscle machine cars. I don't know what they're called, but just really cool little custom tuners that are like tuned. We're seeing M2 at Target. Yeah, it's weird for me to even say that, but M2, the mini packages at Target, we haven't seen that in a long time. We're seeing a lot more Matchbox collector coming out. We're seeing haulers coming out. We're seeing Fast and Furious. We're seeing the new World Tour. Everything is just coming out left and right. And as of today, which is Wednesday, July the 24th, tomorrow we'll be heading down to the world famous San Diego COMICON. We're going to be seeing some of the new revealed products for Mattel that they're going to be bringing. We're going to see them opening the vault, and we're going to get to see my other passion, which is a little bit of the G.I. Joe stuff that's coming out from the Hasbro side of the house. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting throughout San Diego Comic-Con pictures that I see of any new diecast from some of the major diecast manufacturers. Jada is always there. Greenlight has a presence. Hopefully round 2 will have a presence there and we can see some M2, Johnny Lightning and the like, and Auto World, and just all of the other great diecast that is out there. So keep an eye out for that. But anyway, without further ado, I've rambled on now for about 2.5 minutes without showing any diecast, but here you go. This was one that just jumped out off of the pegs for me, and it's this beautiful Majorette Nissan GTR in a fantastic metallic purple. It's got these beautiful gold wheels on it, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that are like, come on, why you keep showing all these Majorettes and Maisto cars? But you know, if you're just following Hot Wheels, or you're just following Matchbox, or you have this niche of cars, that's great. But diecast collecting is diecast collecting. If it's something you love, you love. But check this bad boy out, guys. I mean, metal body, rubber tire, suspension, opening parts. It's a licensed vehicle. Of course, it's the Nissan GTR. It's got the Sakura livery on the side, some Bilstein. And look at that. Pink, bright pink interior. What a great casting. So if you see this one, guys, don't hesitate. Grab this one, especially if you're a JDM collector like I am. This is a definite must. All right, so we'll start getting into some of the things. And I didn't realize I was grabbing this many of this set, but I ended up grabbing multiples from this set. But first and foremost, from Team Transport, is this guy right here. And so when I saw pictures of this one and people were showing themselves finding this, I was like, yes. I was a little disappointed with the offering that they gave us from Boulevard. I felt like it was just a little too squatty, a little too plain. But this one really did justice to the Honda Accord. So of course you got the sedan set up on this. It's the beautiful 96 Honda Accord. Don't know if this is the Type R or not, but this is based on the actual race livery of the driver who drives this car. And it's just an awesome setup. And even though it's not a licensed truck, the Castrol Fleet Street hauler goes perfectly with this beautiful Accord. So what a great pickup. But I don't want to overshadow it and say that I thought that that was the best one from the set, because I don't really believe that that one was the best hauler from the set. And I've got things falling all over because I have a ton to show you guys. But this was my favorite from the set. And of course, I'm talking about the Sauber Mercedes C9 inside the Fleet Flyer. Just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful casting. This is one I may open up just so that I can get that beautiful Mercedes out of there. But I love the color combination, this blue, black, and white. just an awesome setup. And so 2 out of the 3, definitely glad I was able to grab these. And I also grabbed the Porsche as well, but I don't have that one out to show right now. It's already up on the wall, but I did grab the Porsche. So clean sweep for the Team Transport. And it's looking like the next Team Transport is probably going to be a clean sweep for me too, if anybody's seen that one coming, with the Toyota 4Runner and the other pieces that are going to come along with that. So absolutely gorgeous. And to stay in the multi-packs, one that I had been looking for a long time, finally found this one at a Target. And of course, I'm talking about the beautiful 04 Mazda Speed Miata and the Mazda RX-7 FC with the Pandem body kit. So we know that this is a new casting, the Miata, and of course the Pandem has been done before. So it is absolutely just a perfect 2-pack, and I think that having this one is a great addition to the JDM 2-packs that I already have, and I was super glad that I was finally able to come across this one. Those of you guys that were looking, you probably saw 100,000 of those, a few of those, and very few of that set. So glad to have this one in the Super JDM collection, and it's definitely going to be going up on the wall with the other 2-pack JDM cars. Now, this is something that I found. It's a little bit beat up. I left the price tag on it. I had been seeing people finding stuff at TJ Maxx, but I had not found anything to date. And I finally came across this one. Of course, I'm talking about the Custom 71 Datsun 240Z, the Rotson. This beautiful casting with all of its idiosyncrasies and strangeness about it. It's a 240Z, folks. I had to have this one in the collection, and coming in at $4, I could not pass. Now, it's not a beautiful card. It's a little bit beat up, but that's okay. It's going to go into the collection. I don't collect with the intention of reselling anything, so if it's a little bit beat up, that's fine. I don't have to have the most pristine cards when I find things, so I was really glad that I came across this. Now, interesting story on the next thing. We were coming, I think, back from... I'm not sure. Oh, we went out, the boys and I went out to drive at K1 speed. So we were driving in the really fast go-karts, and we stopped at a Walmart on the way back that was in an area I don't normally go to, out in the Orange County area. And we came across this large display that I didn't even know existed. And those of you guys that have been going to Walmart recently probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And it is, of course, the Hot Wheels Legends Tour display. And when I got there, it was picked through and beat up and stuff thrown everywhere. But as I was looking through the t-shirts, because it looked like that's all I was possibly going to get out of that stand-up display, I lifted up some of the smaller size t-shirts, and lo and behold, one of these was remaining. And of course, I'm talking about the beautiful Zamac set with the Shelby Cobra, the Nissan 370Z, the Land Rover Series 3, Aston Martin Vulcan, 52 Hudson Hornet, and the 68 El Camino, and here they are in the box. What really got me were I really love that it has the Shelby Cobra in there. I'm a big fan of the 350, obviously. Love the Hudson Hornet, and the rest of them are just icing on the cake. So if you don't know and you haven't been watching my channel, I'm not as big of a red edition collector, but I am definitely a Zamac collector. And to date, for single card, I am up to about 73 Zamacs for the collection. And so this will be a definite addition to the collection for Zamac. And unfortunately, we were not able to find the Legends hauler, and most other Walmarts that I've gone to since then, they've had the Zamac sets, they've had the Legends sets, but none of the haulers. So it's one I will be keeping an eye out for. I'm sure I'm going to see a ton of them through the vendors at San Diego Comic-Con on the main floor. They're going to be jacked up in price, so I don't have FOMO over that one. I can definitely wait. But anyway, moving on. So if you guys saw my post right before we left for Europe, I was fortunate enough to find pretty early the Hot Wheels Premium Slide Street 2 set, and I was missing one casting out of there. So I was able to find the Ford spec, RTR spec, the Lambo, the Corolla, and the 350Z. But what I could not find is this guy right here. So the beautiful Nissan 240 SX S14. It was the only one missing from the set. And I did come across a full restock of these. No chase, but that's okay because the Corolla itself looks great. I think it's probably my second favorite of the entire set, behind this beautiful 240. And then of course the Nissan, followed by the Mustang and the Lambo as well. But I'm glad I got a complete set of the Slide Street 2. So now I have a complete Slide Street 1 set, complete Slide Street 2 set. And if they make a Slide Street 3, I'll have a complete set of those too. So you know how it goes when you're a collector of a certain genre, you just go all in on them. Speaking of that same genre, finally came across this one the other day, a Fast and Furious must-have. It is the beautiful Nissan Silvia S15 from Fast and the Furious. Now, I did have this casting, well, sort of, because I had the older series of the Fast and the Furious, the Rewind, which was an older Silvia with the same paint on it, but it was an S13 instead of an S14 or S15, and so a little bit different. So now I have both, and maybe we'll see an S14 come out in this one as well, and that'll be super cool. In fact, the other one I don't even think was in the S series. It was just a Nissan Silvia, an earlier Nissan Silvia, but super cool. Hans Mona Lisa, definitely a great addition to the JDM collection and the Fast and Furious collection. And then when we were at that same Walmart with the Legends Tour case, the one and only single card that I pulled out of there was a really fortunate find. And I'd seen this one pop up a few times on different channels. Most recently on Big Daddy Diecast, he had found this one. And I was glad to find it too, because it is, guess what? A Zamac. And it is the Mustang funny car. It was the only one there. There were no other Zamacs on the entire peg area. And that's probably because the other one would have been the GTR, and I don't think that that was going to be one that I was going to find anyway. But a Zamac is a Zamac, and this is technically my first JDM, my first Zamac find of 2024. I haven't found any of the others in the wild. Now, Big Daddy has sent me one or two from this year, but I haven't found any of my own. So we're on the lookout. We're always looking for Zamac, and hopefully we'll come across some more in the future before the year is out. But that was definitely cool. And then yesterday we were back on the military base where I found previously the Slide Street 2, and we came across this guy from Car Culture, and it is of course the beautiful Volkswagen drag bus in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles livery. I knew when I saw this one I had to have this one. The only other Car Culture pop culture that I have in a drag bus is the Captain America, and that is hanging on my son's wall. And this one is going to be hanging right next to it. He's a huge fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so this is going to go to his wall. And while we were there also, I found the one car that I did want to find out of the Silver Vintage series, and it of course is a JDM and is the custom 240Z. There's the price we paid, tax-free on the base, $3.49. Most stores are selling these for well over $4, so I was glad I was able to find it on the base, tax-free, and this was the one out of the set that I was really trying to find. So super glad we came across this. And then on our way back down, when we first came back from Europe, we had to go pick our boys up. They were up with their cousins. We were driving, and I was able to stop at a Dollar Tree who had just gotten their fresh kicker displays in. I went through all of the displays in the store. Unfortunately, no Super Treasure Hunt from the H case, but I did come across a couple of these guys, the regular Treasure Hunt, the 2 Purple Passions. There were 3. I grabbed 2 and left 1 behind, and 1 will be an opener, 1 will go in my Treasure Hunt collection, as I like to pair the Treasure Hunts up with the Super Treasure Hunts for the year. Sometimes I find all of them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just the Treasure Hunt and nothing else, but that's okay because I absolutely love these. And then just recently when I was at a Target, let me put this down and I'll grab the other item that I just found. And I was so stoked because this was the first time I had found one of these at an actual Target. I found a lot of them at grocery stores. I found a lot of them at Dollar Trees and other stores like that, but never at a Walmart or a Target. So let me go ahead and grab it off the wall. I'll set you guys down. You guys can check out these beautiful cars that are sitting right here. for just a minute. Sorry about this, but you know what? I'll take you with me. Let's go over here. So come over here. You can kind of see what wall I'm talking about. And we will pull this guy right here off the wall, bring him back over. There's the new JDM setup, in case you guys were wondering. We are now running the entire length of the wall. I'm gonna move my chair here a little bit. All JDM, all the way down. We started coming up the other side. There's the beautiful Zamac collection going all the way up that section right there. Little glimpse into the collection there. Some of the other things as I walk back over. But yeah, I was finally lucky enough. There was a fresh drop of J case at the Target, and it was one of those days where I was running in to grab the boys some stuff for toiletry items, shampoo and stuff like that. No phone, nothing, just went in. And it's usually those days when I find stuff and I'm always kicking myself. But you know what? You don't have to always record everything. You know what you do, you know what you find. So here it is, guys. Of course, I'm talking about the J-Case Super Treasure Hunt, the Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. And, you know, it's growing on me. Even in hand, I wasn't that impressed with it. It's got a cool copper color to it. I do love the wheels that they did on this with the copper ring on them. Not my favorite Super of all time, but I am one of those people where if it's a Super and it's on the pegs, I'm grabbing it. So I'm not going to leave it behind just because it's not necessarily one I collect, because I do try to get every Super from each case all year long if I possibly can. I came up one short last year. Of course, I missed the P case Datsun 510. That was the only one I could not find last year for obvious reasons. And currently, as of today, I have the A case, the C case, the D case, the E case, the F case, the H case, and one more, but you'll have to watch my Europe video to find out which one I found that's on an international card, and it's not something you're probably expecting, so stay tuned for that. Just a little teaser there, but there you go, the beautiful Pajero Evolution Super Treasure Hunt. And lastly, this just happened today. We happened to go to Target, one of those runs where I was just going in there and we were looking for more hygiene stuff, and finally came across the fresh drop of Ultra Hots, and you guys probably already guessed, the beautiful Datsun 510, 71 Datsun 510 in this Spectra Flame green. Definitely need a wheel swap for these two. I can already tell what I want to do to these, so I think I'm just going to take these out of the package. I'm probably going to strip the flame feature off of there and keep the striping and the Datsun on the side. I like the hood stripes, but everything else that is there, just probably that whatever that is, the flame or the lightning feature, I'm just going to take that part of the tampo off, do a wheel swap on these, and then I'll reseal these back in the package. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Metal bases, these things are super heavy and super cool. But there you go, guys. That's a lot of stuff. Sorry if the video is a little bit longer, but it was quite a bit of things to find in a short amount of time. And hey, you can't find everything all the time. For those of you guys that are killing it out there, finding stuff all the time, good on you. That's why they call it hunting and not finding. And like I said, stay tuned. Watch for pictures on my Instagram of San Diego Comic-Con. I'll be doing short video clips from there and trying to do daily posts from there, doing little short videos, probably under 5 minutes, where I can post up daily so you guys can come along on the adventure with me to San Diego Comic-Con. So keep an eye out for the Europe video. Keep an eye out for the San Diego Comic-Con videos. And thanks for checking out the channel. If this is your first time on the channel and you're not a subscriber, hey, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, and it definitely will get you access to the content a lot faster that I post on here. And if you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up button. It always helps the algorithm out. And if you want to know what's coming up in the next week or next day, click on that bell icon for notifications, and it'll tell you that I'm going to be posting up a video or something's coming as a premiere. So stay tuned and check that out. But thanks, guys. Thanks for coming along. And as always, thanks for the support. This is Super JDM Diecast, and I am out.